Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, in this episode I'll show you how you can create a beautiful website for your photography in about 20 minutes with Wix.com. Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, my name is Sir Germany. I am a French photographer from the beautiful, the amazing city of Paris, France, but right now living in Los Angeles, California. I want to show you a new technology that just came out for making portfolios, which I really felt in love. I tested it about 10 days ago and I remade my website with it with Wix.com. And I want to show it to you how you can make a great portfolio for your photography in 20 minutes. Here it is. Alright, bonjour mesdames et messieurs. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create your own portfolio website with Wix. I have been working with Squarespace for many years and I love Squarespace, but Wix came up with some new stuff that I think is really cool, and they contacted me and to be honest, they will be giving me commissions on every website that you will be making from me, so it also helps me to do the free stuff. But I really think they have some really cool stuff that I want to show you, and things that Squarespace doesn't do yet. And so I'll show you my Squarespace website, I'll show you my Wix website, and I'll let you decide what you think is the best. But Wix is really awesome. I didn't know so much. I've been studying it for weeks. I redid my website with it and I love it. So let me show you. But first, let me talk to you about preparing your photos for the web. So what I did is I created in Lightroom, I created first a folder in collections, a folder of collections, which you should create by creating a collection set. That was the exact term I was looking for. And what I usually do, and this is something I learned from Scott Kelby, is I only put 20 photos per category. So I took my best landscape shot, took 20 photos of them, my best Paris shot, took 20 photos of them, my best USA shot, 20 photos of them, and my best Venice shot, 20 photo. Now why 20? Because this is something I've been saying over and over and again, and that's something I learned by working with publishers, brands, agency, is that a professional photographer is going to have just his best work and very little photo on his website. An amateur or somebody who wants to become professional is going to have a lot of photos. And so Scott Kelby has this game where he only has like 20 or 25 photos per category, and every time he has to take a photo out, he does a survey, because he never adds one more. It always gets to the best of the best. So that's what I advise you to do. Take your, if you don't have 20, 20, 20 by category, take just your best photo and that's it. So so once you've done that, once you've created your collection, the way you export them is, I'll show it to you. What I find is the best. You right click, you go to export, and in this case I'm going to go on the desktop. I already have like a folder. I've already created that, so I selected the folder. I'm going to call this one Paris, for example. And what I do is on JPEG, I go around 64, and on image sizing, I resize to 2500 pixel. Why 2500 pixel? Because per my experience, whether it's Facebook or my own website, it always works really good. It's a site that works really good. Most monitors, except the 5K from the iMacs, are roughly at maximum 2005 pixel large. So I don't see why we should make them bigger. And so that's just what I do. So I've already done that. I have this here. So this is all I'm going to need to make my website. So I've got my Paris collection with 20 photos, my USA collection 20 photos, my Venice photo 20 photos, landscape. I created a video based on my time-lapse. I do a lot of time-lapse, so I took an extract from a time-lapse that I'm going to use as a homepage, and I made it loop. I'll show you another tutorial. Actually, there is a tutorial. I will put it in the link of this video where I show you how to do a cinematograph, and I show you how to do the loop. Okay, and then the About page is just a simple text with some links and my portrait. Voila, so now we are ready to rock and roll, and let's do this. Let's make a website in no time. So I'm really going to start from scratch. I'm going to go here on Start Now on Wix.com. I'm going to create sign up. I'm going to sign up into a new account. So I have signed up. I'm going to save the password. So now I'm logged in, and I'm ready to do my website. So what kind of website do you want to create? Well, I want to create photography, so I'm going to click on photography. And get started. I'm going to click on get started, and you have two choices. Create your website with Wix ADI, which is going to help you. You just ask question, it's going to help you, but we're going to go the more advanced way, which is create your website with a Wix editor. So I'm going to click start with a Wix editor. So then the first thing you have to do is you have to choose your template. That's one big difference with Squarespace, is that you have to pick up your templates and you cannot change template afterwards. You have to, when you create an account, you just choose your template from the start, but it's very easy with the editor to change the style. So what I would advise you to do, of course, it put me into the photography section, is look at all the different, templates that there is. And what you want to, you click on view, and what you want to look for is the type of font it's using, how the, like they have this sort of parallel effects when you click on a photo, what's happening. You have to find your own voice, basically. So I'm not going to take this one, I'm going to take this one out. I'm just going to show you a couple. I know already which one I want to take. One thing that they have, I like this one. You see how you can mix video? That's one thing I love. You can mix video in your collage. And they have this new Pro portfolio. That's one of the reasons I'm doing this video, is they came up with something amazing for photographer, which is what this is using, what they call the Pro portfolio. I like this one. It's pretty cool. And you can also see how it's going to look on an iPhone, an Android, on a mobile phone. And everything is, responsive design, as they say. Okay, so the one I am going to pick up, because I'm just going to take this one because I like it, is the one from Julie Butler, family photographer. I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to use her photo as the base of my templates. So the first thing I'm going to do, well, you have a video, which I'm going to stop because I'm going to show this to you. So here is the basic template that's there. You see, we can see some lines here. That's the header and that's the page. I'm not going to go into this is really for beginners. I'm going to make it very simple for you. So one important thing is, if you click here, you have all the different pages. Okay, I don't need her pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe just keep one, but this one I'm going to delete. Okay, yes, I'm sure I want to delete. Book a session, I'm sure I want to delete. I deleted all the pages except the portfolio, which is the home page. One example of her, basically of her portfolio, her gallery, and then her bio, which I'm going to use. So let's start with the home page. Now on the home page, I want to put a video. So the first thing I'm going to do is that the home page, she has a gallery. I'm going to erase that by selecting and pressing delete. Okay, and also I'm going to change the header, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to write Serge Remeli, and I'm going to leave photography. I like the font that she used. The menu I'm going to leave for now. Okay, and I think the home page, I'm not going to call it portfolio, I'm going to call it welcome. Welcome. That's how I'm going to call my first page. Oops. Without a typo if possible. Good, so we're on the welcome page now. Okay, so on the page, you see we selected the page. I'm going to put a video in the background. So I'm going to click here on the page, and I'm going to click change page background. I'm going to click on video, and I'm going to upload the video. So I'm going to go to desktops. I'm going to go to weeks, I'm going to go to homepage video, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to open it, and I'm going to click done, and it's going to load it. So I'm going to put this on pause until it's loaded. It's going to take a few seconds. Okay, I'm going to click on change background, and there we are. Okay, so that's the basic thing. Now, if you already want to see what it looks like, you can click here on publish, and it's going to say choose a domain before you publish. By default, it's going to give me my username .fixedwebsite.com/my site. Or one thing I forgot to tell you is that you can do a free website completely. That's one thing that Squarespace don't do. The only thing is that you're not going to have a domain name, and you're not going to have you're going to have a big ad for Wix, which is not very professional. I would not advise to do that. Okay, so my site was saved. I can go publish now, and I can view the site. So here is my website. So all I have is this, but look, check it out. The homepage is got a nice video. So just make sure when you use a video that you don't use something that's over 50 megs. It's got to be a light video, and check in the description in this link on this video on how to create this type of loop. I give you a little video to show you that. Okay, so now we got that. I'm happy. I can close this Windows here, and I'm back in the editor. So now let's carry on. Let's take care of this first. I want to edit the footer. First, I want to edit the text. I'm going to write my own text. I'm going to write copyrighted 2016 by Serge Ramelli. And I'm not going to say created with Wix.com. I just want my name and that's it. Okay. Also, there is, by default on this template, you have like a social link bar. See, set social link bar. Well, first is, I'm going to change the footer because I don't like that it's white. I want it to be a little darker. So it's just also to show you how to do it. So I clicked on the footer design and I click on design here. And I'm going to go to customize design, fill color and opacity. And I am going to change the color to black. Okay, black. And then I'm going to change the background. I'm going to lower the background. But now the problem is that this is not bright enough. So I'm going to click on edit text, same thing. And here on the color, I'm going to go white. Okay, I like that more. Now my logos here are images and they're all black, so they don't look good. So I can click on set social links. So first thing is I'm going to add some icons, and Wix is providing you with a whole bunch of icons. So I'm going to use, for example, I want to link my Facebook page, so I'm going to use, I'm actually going to use them in white because I have a black thing. So I think I'm going to go F. No, you know what? Let's use the official one. So Facebook, I'm going to use this one. Oops, let me add it to the, add it to the gallery. Then this one I'm going to take out because they are not the proper color. So let's use another icon. I want to add my Instagram, but with a white thing here because it's on black. Okay, I want to add Twitter. Okay, I'm going to use the official Twitter. And what else can I add? And that's it for now. And then for Facebook, so I'm going to add a link. What social media does this link? So add a link. I'm going to type, which is facebook.com/photo search. I'm not going to bore you with the other one. You get the idea. Done. You have to do the same thing for Instagram and the same thing for Twitter. Done. And now I've got this worked out. Kind of looks weird, actually. You know what? I'm gonna use the white icons for all of them. I think it's more design. Okay, I'm gonna add Twitter white. I'm gonna add Facebook white. Facebook white, something like this. Okay, and I'm gonna erase this and erase this one and erase this one. Done. All I'm trying to do is have something like this, maybe make it in the middle. So now I've got my social networks there, and I got my copyright there on the footer, which is cool. The menu, I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I'm ready to work on the other pages. So I got my home page now. Let's go to the first gallery, which is called pregnancy. I'm going to call this one not pregnancy. I'm going to call it Paris. Done. Okay, now on Paris, you see here by default there is what they called the Pro Portfolio, which is a new plugin that they have, which I really love. And that's the page. So I'm going to call this Paris. Okay. And on the Pro Portfolio, I'm just going to click here on Manage Media. And I'm going to erase, select all. I'm going to erase all her photos. I'm sorry. Beautiful photos, but I have to put mine. I'm going to add the media, images, and I'm going to upload images from my Wix. Remember, on Wix here, I'm going to go to, it's actually on my desktop, Wix, Paris. I'm going to take all 20 photos which were exported in 2500 pixel wide, and I'm going to click on done. It's going to do it in background. I'm going to click on post until it's loaded. All right, so they're all loaded, my 20 photos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Shift on the first one, and then on Shift on the last one. They're all selected. I'm going to click Apply, and here they are. And now that's super important. what you need to do, well, first you can sort out the photos. I like to start off, you know, for example, I'm going to take this one. It's one of my favorite ever. And then I'm going to, okay, this one is very sort of warm. So I'm going to put one that's very blue right behind it. But I really like this one. So take the time to put them into like what you think is going to create the best emotion for your public, you know. So that's the first thing. Once you've sorted out your photo, another thing that is super important is to tag them. So you take the first one and you add a title to it. So I'm going to call it Conciergerie Paris, because that's what it's called. Okay, and now the title that you use, make sure you use things that people might look on Google Images. One of the things that I get the most business from is from people typing from like, you know, Conciergerie Photo Paris or Photo Paris or Paris Louvre or Paris Montmartre. I always come up in this result, and then I get, that's how I got, just the last 3 weeks I did a deal with National Geographic. I sold the cover of a book plus the cover of the Beaux-Arts in Paris and something else, I forgot. Anyways. Every 2-3 days I get an email because my photos are well indexed. So for this you have to put a lot of keywords. Also a description of your image. So you know, Paris, use like a sentence. I shot the conciergerie in Paris by the Seine River on a beautiful night. Okay? So you have to take the time for every photo to do that. That takes a while. Let's say that I've already done it. So I click on done, it's already done. Now, one of the reasons I went crazy about that new portfolio, first, I love the collage look. And you can change the collage look by going to settings. They give you different layouts. I love the collage like this. You can change the thumbnail size, make it smaller, make it bigger, spacing. This plugin is amazing. One thing which I really like also, so collage, I think I'm going to leave by default the one, I don't like the vertical collage, I like the horizontal. Most of my photos are very horizontal. Spacing, you can decide the spacing. What I love is in the advanced section, you can choose your image quality. I always put it the same thing that I exported from Lightroom, which is 70, and I turn on image sharpening. I love their image sharpening. I think it adds just this little thing that your image looks really crisp. But I don't put a much. I put like something like about around 70 and 1 pixel. That's it. That's all I do. But it makes the photo really look good. It makes them really sharp. Maybe it's even too much. Maybe a little lower. Something like this. I love that. But that's not all. That is not what got me crazy on it. I mean, I like the image quality and sharpening. I think it's really cool. All the layouts cool. Here is what got me crazy. That little button called stretch. If you click on that and you click on stretch to full width, your collage is going to take the entire screen and is going to adapt to every screen on the planet. And I think the emotion created by that is amazing. So the video in the foreground in this really got me, I would say. So, all right, I love this. I'm ready to look at it. So I'm going to click save. I'm going to click on. It says connect to your own brand. I'll show you that because that's something you really need to do. Is, you know, if you're really serious about your photography, do not. I'm going to click on view site. Do not use the free version because it, you know, it's not very professional to have like an ad here and an ad there. But you know, so here we are now. So that's the Search Germany Photography Paris. And when I click on Paris, it's white. There is a title, and all my photos are in big. If I click on a photo, you have the. So make sure you have the. Oh, I made a typo there. You have the description and the title of the photo there, and boom. I didn't do it for the other photo, but you get the idea. But that's really going to help your indexing. I love the full screen. So once you're happy, take the time to do a page properly. Once you're happy with that, you can go back to the editor, and I can just take the photo. I'm going to take Paris, and I'm going to click on duplicate. So now, and this one I'm going to call Venice. Venice is the beautiful city. So Venice, and now it duplicated everything except the photo. So you see, that's the Wix Pro Gallery. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on Manage Media. I'm going to erase her media and select all. And I don't know how to erase them in one bunch. I haven't figured that out yet. It's probably possible, but I have not figured it out. It takes a second. And now I'm ready to load my next 20 photos from Venice, Italy. So I'm going to click on Add Media, Images, I'm going to go click to upload image. You get the idea. This time I'm going to go to desktop, weeks, and Venice. Take all 20 photos. You get the idea. And I'm going to click on down, put this on pause until it's loaded. Okay, so I have the first one selected. I'm going to the last one in Venice, which is here. I'm going to select them all. If it wants to, sometimes it doesn't want. Voila, they're all selected, plus this one too. So that's my 20 photo, and it's going to put them there. Same thing, make sure you, if you have like black and white and color, it's good to sort of like make sure that your black and white is not, you can, I like to have the one color, one black and white, one color, one black and white. This is one of my favorite photo ever, Venice. I'm going to put this one in front. Okay, something like this. Make sure you click on every photo. You put a title, you put a description. Click on done. That's very important. And all I'm going to do now, you see it's already stretched because I duplicated the original photo, so it's already stretched. I don't have to do the stretching anymore. Okay, let's do the next one, which is, so I'm going to take my Venice, I'm going to duplicate the page and copy everything. I'm going to call this one landscapes. Done. And voila, I'm going to click on manage media. I'm doing it over and over again so you can see the process. It's really fast. If you prepare well your photo, it shouldn't take long to do your website. It shouldn't take long at all to do your website because it's all about preparing your media, your text and everything. So same thing, I'm going to upload the image. I'm going to go this time to, I think it is landscapes. Put all my landscapes. Voila, done. Put on pause until it's loaded. So I'm going to select all the photos like this, and I'm going to click apply. Make sure you do, then you sort them out by you put a title, you put a description. I really insist on that because that's what's going to make a lot for you. And boom, I'm done. So now I have one more page to go. I'm going to put it on pause because I'm just going to redo the same thing. So now I've got all these different pages. So I've got the home page, I've got the Paris gallery, I've got the Venice gallery, the landscape gallery, and the USA gallery. That's what I want to do. That's usually what I promote on my work. I'm going to click on publish so you can see what it looks like, view website. And so that's the home page, pretty sexy. And then we have Paris, we have Venice, we have landscapes, USA, and voila. And you have a title for each. I already love it. Okay, now I'm going to do, I think the menu is a little too small, so you can just click here and click on design, and then you can do custom designs, and you can go to text, and you can use the font size. I just want to boost the font size a little bit. Something like this, I think was a little too small. But you can custom it a lot. And I'll show you some more other videos on how to do some more customization, but that's pretty close to that's why I choose a template, so I don't have to do that. It's already all done for me, and I love that template. Okay, now I'm going to go to the bio, which is this one. So that's her photo. So I'm going to change her photo with my photo. So I'm going to upload the image. That's going to be pretty quick because I have it in the about page. Voila. Done. Choose image. Voila. So that's me. You can resize it. Oh, I have to stretch it. So settings here. Image resizing. I'm going to make it on auto or stretch. Or not auto. All right. Why is it not going? Something like this. Oh yeah, because it's a photo that's like this. Voila. As you resize it, it resizes it how it is. I'm going to resize it even more because it's supposed to be like this. Okay, that's how it is. Good. So I like that. About me, so a little paragraph. So I'm just going to, I have on my folder here, I have an about text. I'm going to select all that. Command C. Go back on this. Command V. Voila. So I'm going to make this a little more nice. Okay. Can make it a little bigger if you want to. Voila. Okay, now there is some links. If you want the links to work, you can just select the link here, for example. That's my gallery. So press Command C. You click here on link, and it's going to a web address. You click here, you want it to a new window, and done. And this way, when people are going to click, it's going to work. Same thing for this. Boom. Link, web address, paste, new window, good. My YouTube channel, link, voila. Sorry, web address, boom, and voila. So I did the text. I used the same font that was used. The contact me, I'm going to change it. I'm going to put my own Serge Rameli contact, and it's already got a form there. And if you want to make sure that there is a form, you can click on set your email. For now, it's going to send it to weeksphotosearch@mail.enter, which is an email which does not exist. Do not write me on this email because I will not answer because it doesn't exist. But you put in your real email there. And voila, I got a form, I got an about me. And now on this one, I could, for example, change the page background. And since the website is white, maybe take one of my image from Paris. So I'm going to take this photo, I'm going to change the background, and I'm going to put this photo in the background. Boom. And I can also, I'm not going to click apply to other pages. I just want it to be here in the about page, and that's it. And voila. And so now let me show you the finished website. I'm going to click on publish again. And the whole website is completely operational, meaning it works. It just, it's completely free, but it just has an ad here and an ad there. Plus the website name is actually photosearch7.wixsite.com. So that's not very sexy. If you don't have any money, yeah, it's kind of cool. Oops. Yeah, even my site. So what I advise you to do, and I made a special deal with Wix, which I don't usually do, where I'm going to give you 10% less than it actually usually costs. If you go here, you can basically, if you click even on publish, or yeah, it says connect to your own branded domain name, upgrade now, or you can click here on upgrade. That's what you do. So I advise you to get the yearly unlimited. It's the best deal. So it's $14 per month, and you get 10 gigs of storage. Your own, you can connect to them. Now you don't get your domain name. You have to pay another $20 or $30. So it's going to cost you roughly, about $18 per month to have your website. But it's, I got lots of money from my website. It really will pay off. So you just click on select. You can go for 2 years or 1 year, select, and you can get 10% off for a limited time. If you see here it says enter promo code. If you enter the code PhotoSurge here and you click apply, boom, you get 10% off. So you help me because I get a small commission. You get a 10% off, and I also get commission from Squarespace. So it's not just about the commission, it's about because I really love this technology. So don't forget to upgrade it. Don't forget to use the code PhotoSurge so you can have a really good website, and they will give you all the steps to connect with your email. Once you've paid and you connected, you can use your actual name, like sergerameli.com. And I want to show you some other things that they have, which I think is really cool. If you click here on, I think it's my dashboard, they have so many options because they have like different apps and things like this. For example, recommend app Site Booster. Visit and like Site Booster is get found on search engine and boost traffic. If you click, you just click add. You add the app. Voila. And Site Booster is there. You can open it, and I will do like another video. And like one thing and I used to work for a company that we used to ask a lot of money to people to do this. But in one shot, if you put your name, your business, everything, it's going to update all the the maps and the different listing in the business from Google, Bing, Yahoo, Yelp in one shot, and you just put it there. They also have ways for you to do newsletters, which is really important. Get people to subscribe. If you click on tools, let's see here. No, save, upgrade. Let me see, where is it? Plus. I'm going to click on plus here. Okay, if you go to Site Manager, this is important. This is where you can give. Okay, also one thing is when you click on Site Manager, and this is where you're going to give some more information. So I'm gonna your site. You should. I'm going to call it Serge Ramelli Photography. It's better than my website. Oh yeah, only lowercase. Sorry. So Serge Ramelli, lowercase, or Serge. I'm going to call it like this. Rename. Boom. Site is published. Plan is free. You see it's connected to a domain. So this is where you can manage. You can manage all the SEO and all that stuff that you can just explore. It's very easy to use. And also what I want to show you is that they have some apps. If you go to your dashboard, you can see all the apps that you have. And they email marketing, they have contacts, automated emails. They have a lot of things. You can click also on add apps, and then you come to the ad market, and this is what I love. They have so many creative apps. You know, for example, if you take, I don't know, like grow traffic, for example, Facebook ads, social. I mean, you have to look at them. There are so many apps. You can take the one made by Wix. Well, Pro Gallery is the one we use today. That's the one you have now by default. You can put in like an app with with an Instagram feed. There is a lot of apps. They also have a deal with PayPal. I mean, you have to explore, but it's huge. But voila, basically, we did a website in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to click on Publish. I'm going to show you what it looks like. And check it out, and make sure you do take, you know, the $14 plan. Use PhotoSearch as a code, because I mean, unless you're really starting and you want something free, well then don't do it, and pay when you get more business as a photographer. But that's the website. Now, if you want to see the final website that I actually did, you just go to sergeremediphotos.net, and this is my official website now for photography, and I've done it with Wix. It's basically very similar to what I've showed you today. And I love how the photos are full screen. I just added some gray. I changed the font a little bit, but it's the same idea. Landscape, the BO, which is here. I didn't do a background image on the final version. Voila, sergeremediphoto.net. And if you want to compare, if you go to sergeremediphotos.com, you've got my Squarespace website. So that's the one I've had for years, and I'm switching to Wix because I like this one. It was nice, but I think, this one is really one step ahead. I really love all the features, all these apps, and I'm going to do more videos on it. All right, don't forget to use the coupon PhotoSurge to get your 10%. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you have a great website that's going to drive you tons of traffic. Voilà, mesdames et messieurs.